Hey there, I'm Angela and welcome back to the 8-Bit. We're here to provide you with the latest in gaming, including a review of a possible forerunner for Game of the Year. But first, The Dark Knight returns. As a follow-up from our last episode, Warner Bros. Has announced they will be giving refunds to owners of the PC version of Batman Arkham Knight and its Season Pass. This refund period will last until the end of the year. Even after the patch we mentioned last episode, many users are reporting that they are still experiencing game-breaking issues, some of which are the same issues as when the game originally launched. In light of these events, Warner Bros. Is offering refunds to remedy the bad taste left in many gamers' mouths. Warner Bros. Also stated that they will continue to work on patches for the PC version. More from the computer gaming side of things, big news from Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle, known for giving players games at great discounts while simultaneously donating to charity, has announced a monthly subscription. While they used to do only specific themed bundles for $12 a month, gamers will now receive a monthly mix of every kind of PC game they can imagine. The best part of it all, a portion of the monthly subscription will still go to the charity of your choice. Will the subscriptions catch on, or will gamers continue to wait around for niche bundles? Tell us what you think in the comments below. The reboot trend in gaming continued November 3rd when Need for Speed released for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The latest from a franchise that has spawned more than 20 games, Need for Speed sports stunning graphics and a lot of potential. Find out more in our review.
The Need for Speed franchise has spanned more than 20 years, and this reboot marks the 22nd installment of the game series. Need for Speed has turned its back on its recent pro racing heading and chosen to return to the streets in its own distinctive way. First-time Need for Speed developer Ghost Studios has crafted a Need for Speed game almost unique to itself by borrowing the spirit of the franchise's golden age and combining it with an arcade-style gameplay. The first thing anyone will notice about Need for Speed is how beautiful the game looks. Everything from the black, rain-soaked highway pavement to the crisp and bright flashes of the car exhaust have been meticulously slaved over. The city of Venture Bay feels like its own living organism. Every element of the game centers around 5 different themes: speed, style, build, crew, and outlaw. Accomplishing feats in any of these categories increases your reputation, which essentially acts as XP. Leveling up gives you access to new parts in the garage. Crew races are an interesting addition. They require you to stay in close proximity to other drivers in the race, which can make things a bit messy when things go wrong. Possibly the greatest feature to come from Need for Speed is the build mechanic. The ability to customize your car, not just for performance but aesthetically as well, is one of the most time-consuming features in the game. With about 50 cars to unlock and the ability to have 5 in your garage, the possibilities are endless. The campaign manifests as 30-second live-action clips, which usually occur every time you beat one of the 5 career racers in the game. Need for Speed tried to capture the gearhead world of street racing and how to live life a quarter mile at a time, but the final product was skippable dialogue and forgettable characters. The only reason to actually go through the campaign is to continue unlocking better equipment to upgrade your car. In the end, Need for Speed had high expectations for the next-gen franchise reboot, and honestly, they didn't disappoint. The game, besides having obvious narrative problems and a lack of collectible content, is still a great step forward for the franchise. Never before has a racing game made players care so much for their car as Need for Speed has. For the ability to do kick-ass drifts and donuts, the 8-Bit gives Need for Speed a 7.5 out of 10.
At BlizzCon, Blizzard Entertainment's annual gaming convention, Blizzard announced a new expansion to the most popular mobile card game of all time, Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. The new adventure, League of Explorers, will introduce 45 new cards, 3 new card backs, and 2 new game boards. Among the cards being introduced are 4 Murloc-specific cards, including Murloc Tinyfin and Sir Finley Murgleton. However, the most interesting addition is the new battle cry, Discover, which summons a random card from your class. This 4-part adventure can be purchased in its entirety for $20, or you can buy the levels individually for 700 gold or $6.99. The first swing of League of Explorers will be released on November 12, 2015. Earlier this year, Ubisoft announced they would be releasing free game modes and maps for their upcoming shooter, Rainbow Six Siege. Now Ubisoft has released a Year 1 roadmap detailing exactly when those new game modes, maps, weapons, and operations will be coming out. The plan breaks the year into seasons, each season bringing a new wave of content. While the content is free, Weapon skins or different characters are going to cost you. The skins and characters can be purchased with real-world money, or renown, which is the in-game currency. Renown can be earned by accumulating points in the online multiplayer. Join the terrorist hunt when Rainbow Siege 6 launches December 1st, 2015. As students, finding the balance between time spent on schoolwork and gaming is crucial. We at the 8-Bit got to wondering, are our professors waiting for class to get over so they can go home and game as well? We decided to investigate in this week's challenge segment.
Hey, Alex here, and I'm back with two WSU professors in order to do our latest challenge segment, Next Generation Gap. On my right, from the Department of Computer Sciences and Electrical Engineering, Adam Carter. On my left, from the Department of Marketing and International Business, Skylar King. Now, let's meet our contestants. So Adam, what was the first video game that you've ever played?
First video game that I ever played, Alex, was the original Mario Brothers.
The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, there we go. All right, do you have a favorite game?
It's pretty tough, but I would say that Fallout 2 is pretty influential to me as a gamer.
I actually like FIFA 2014, so.
So what you guys are going to be doing is playing the game Nidhogg. It's a 2D fighting game where all you have to do is get past your opponent and make it to the end of the map. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, let's get to it.
Ah! Oh, oh, gosh. Oh, Jesus. All right, defense. Oh. Oh.
All right.
Oh, crap.
Is that it?
Oh.
It looks like Adam won the first match. Let's see if Sky can respond.
Oh, how did you get that? Oh, I didn't even see myself just hiding in the trees. Whoa, already final scrooge. Well, this makes it hard. You can't even see the. Oh, no. Oh, dang. No. Dang, I was.
Big surprise, computer science professor wins the computer game. Thank you both for coming out here tonight. Let's send it back to Angela in the studio.
Thanks, Alex. Fans of the Mass Effect series were treated to a nice surprise with the release of the new Mass Effect Andromeda teaser trailer. Released on Mass Effect Day, November 7th, the teaser shows off slow-paced documentary-styled footage chronicling humanity's expansion into the stars. The teaser even uses real-world footage from the Apollo moon landing. Jennifer Hale, voice of the female Commander Shepard, provides the voiceover for the trailer. The video ends with a transition to pre-rendered footage of a ship headed to the Andromeda galaxy. The game does not have a release date yet, but is expected to release late 2016. One of the biggest announcements of this summer's E3 event was Xbox One backwards compatibility. This was something gamers have been begging for since the console's release, and now it is finally within reach. The first wave of backwards compatible games will be released to the public on November 12th. Over 100 Xbox 360 games will now be available on the One, including classics like Castle Crashers and Fallout 3. However, the list is also missing quite a few titles fans were hoping for. None of the top 5 games fans voted for made the list. Does this bode poorly for backwards compatibility? Sound off in the comments below. Halo 5 Guardians takes players on a two-sided tale as they play as both franchise hero Master Chief and new protagonist Spartan Locke. With a new squad combat system and massive online multiplayer, 343 Industries appears to have upped the ante in their second addition to the series. Check out our review.
The Halo series has been a flagship franchise for Microsoft's Xbox consoles and has been one of the biggest series of the last decade. Halo fans were nervous when original developers Bungie left, wondering who could fill in such big shoes. With Halo 4, 343 Industries stepped into their first game in the franchise. It left the community polarized between what was more important in the game, the solo or cooperative play. 343's sophomore effort in the Halo series makes vast improvements from their previous formula, giving the game a whole new feel while still managing to seem familiar. The Halo series has always set the standards for what first-person shooter campaigns should be. Immersive story, larger-than-life characters, and galaxy-wide adventure. This time, on top of the beloved Master Chief, players will also be stepping into the boots of Spartan Locke. Locke and Fireteam Osiris hunt the Master Chief and his allies' Blue Team, as they have apparently gone AWOL. The story is long and engaging, and longtime fans of the series will be treated to a whole new look to Halo. This includes new weapon and enemy animations and more movable and diverse environments. The other core element to the Halo experience is the multiplayer. The Halo franchise made a name for itself in early games with incredible multiplayer. However, the last few installments have fallen short of expectations. This time around, 343 has completely revamped the online experience by introducing new Spartan abilities. Spartans now have thruster packs on them, allowing them to move in faster, more dynamic ways, like hovering mid-air, boosting laterally, or the fan favorite ground pound. Classic game modes like SWAT and Capture the Flag make appearances alongside new game modes. One such game mode is Warzone. Teams face off, fighting to hold bases and destroy the enemy core. Meanwhile, neutral enemy AI appears throughout the match, giving players objectives besides the linear base capturing and Spartan slaying. The AI comes in many forms, including Wraith Generals or Promethean Knights. Killing these AIs is one of many ways to earn victory points, which decide the match. But what really makes this mode special is the requisition system. Players level up within matches, granting them access to higher level weapons or vehicles, which are equipped at the rec stations in-game. For how amazing just playing the game feels, there are a few minor complaints I have. First, where's Forge mode? Although it is scheduled to be coming in December, the absence of the user content generator at launch is a major letdown. Also, local split screen, which has long been a franchise staple, was sacrificed to maintain frame rate quality. Overall, Halo 5 Guardians is an excellent package. Updated visuals and phenomenal gameplay combined with a new fluid combat system make this the perfect time to buy an Xbox One if you don't already own one. The 8-bit gives Halo 5 Guardians a 9.5 out of 10.
Warning, you might want to hide your kids because this next one is pretty gory. Killing Floor 2 is a first-person mutant survival game from Tripwire Interactive. Players can either face the waves of mutant foes on their own, or in 6-player co-op where every character brings their own special skill set to the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Killing Floor 2.
Killing Floor 2 is a first-person survival shooter that pits you against waves upon waves of Zeds, failed experimental clones of the Horizon Corporation. If you're a seasoned zombie hunter, then you should go and check this game out right now. For the rest of you, I'll show you why it's time to kill some Zeds. Killing Floor 2 takes place a month after the events of the original game, Killing Floor, where civilization has fallen into disarray. World governments have fallen and military forces have been eradicated. However, the good people of Europe know survival all too well, and you play as one of a few characters who have banded together to face the Zed outbreaks. While the basic story, it gives way to the amazing gameplay. The first-person shooting is crisp and fluid, but that's only the beginning. Killing Floor 2 uses a perk system which allows you to start off as one of 6 available classes. Anything from the shotgun-wielding support to the explosive-firing demolitionist. Killing enemies give money to resupply and XP to level up your perks, each perk giving different bonuses. For every 5 levels, you get a choice between 2 different skills that give buffs, such as regenerating health or faster reloading. This leads to hours of fun killing the different Zeds the game throws at you, from the Shrieking Siren to the Raging Fleshpound to the current final boss, Dr. Hans Walter. However, you are not alone, as up to 5 other players can join you on your quest to rid the area of Zeds. Killing Floor 2 is an excellent first-person survival shooter that is amazing with friends and fun to watch as you dismember the hordes of Zeds. Check out Killing Floor 2 on Steam Early Access for $30.
Well, my friends, that is all we have for you this time. Thanks for watching. Join us next time for more news and reviews, including one of the most anticipated games of the year, Fallout 4. While you're waiting, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is Angela Nguyen, saving progress.